Shalom everyone, I hope you had a beautiful holiday of Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret. This Shabbat, we're going to be reading Parsha Bereshit, the first Parsha of the Torah. And the theme of this Parsha is creation. God creates the entire universe, creates the world, and ultimately creates man. And we know that the purpose of creation was the creation of man. But what is so unique about man? Why is man so important? Why is the human being so important? So I'd like to share with you a brief idea about this. First of all, if you look at the Hebrew word, we know the Hebrew words defines what something is, essence is. And the Hebrew word for man is Adam, Aleph, Daled, Mem. What other word has the same letters, Aleph, Daled, Mem? The land, earth. What does man and earth have in common? Commentaries tell us that just like earth is potential, you can put a seed into earth and you can grow a tree, you can build a building on a piece of earth. So the essence of a human being is our potential. Everything else in the universe, a cow, a tree, a river, is what it is. It's fixed by nature. The human being, the definition of what we are is that we're not fixed. The definition of what we are is our ability to create, our ability to change, our ability to become better, change the world around us. And in that way, we are literally godlike. We know the Torah tells us when God created man, it says that He created man b'tselem Elokim. He created man in His image. And what do we know about Hashem, about God at this point of Bereshit? We don't know that He's compassionate. We don't know any of that. The only thing we know about Hashem is that He's a creator. And if He created us in His image, we too are creators. In what way are we creators? How do we create? And I think the idea is that first and foremost, we create by doing mitzvahs, by doing actions that make a difference to the world around us. Sometimes a small action that we do can impact a person's life. I've seen this so many times in my own life and other people that I know, where a small action that we thought was inconsequential ultimately affected another person's life tremendously. And even deeper level, we can change who we are. We can change our character traits. This is a big process. It's not easy, but we can change our character traits. We can grow up in difficult environments and we can change and not pass that on to the next generation. We can work on ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. Very often in my classes to the Emet students, I try to emphasize this point and I say, we are not an object. We are not a chair. We're not a couch. We sometimes think of ourselves as, okay, this is what we are. This person is kind. This person is patient. This person is not patient. This person has a temper. This person doesn't have a temper. But yes, there are definitely certain character traits that are more ingrained in us than others. But we have an ability. Our essence is our ability to create, to change the world around us, and even more so, to change ourselves, which ultimately makes the greatest change around us. There's a medrash that says that Moshe Rabbeinu, a great teacher Moshe, no one got closer to God than Moshe Rabbeinu, had a character trait, his base character trait was not very good at all. But he was able to change that to become who he was. And you find so many examples of this throughout the Torah. Just last week, we had the 30th yahrzeit, the 30th year of the passing of Reb Shlomo Freifeld. Shlomo Freifeld was a great visionary and Jewish leader who was the founder of Yeshiva Shar Yoshev in Far Rockaway and was my father's primary teacher in Torah, and therefore had a tremendous influence on me as well. And it had a tremendous influence on everything that I do. And Rabbi Freifeld, his perspective, the way he looked at people, the way he looked at the world, was all about this idea of growth, of change. He didn't see a person the way they look today. He saw a person based on where they're going to be in the future, the potential that lied inside of them. And he woke up that potential and gave them the feeling that I can do anything. And that ability to not be stuck in who we were before, not be stuck in, oh, that's not me, I can't, I'm not this is not who I am, but rather to live our life to the fullest based on our potential, based on what we can become through this, but the realization being that we are creators. Our essence is we are creators. And the more we can look at ourselves that way, not the way our society looks at us, which is often judging us based on where we are right now. This person is this person's successful, this person's not successful. So many different things like that. But to look into ourselves and say, my true value comes from my God-given abilities. And Hashem has created me to be a creator. Victor Miller used to walk around with apple seeds in his pocket. And people would ask him, why are you carrying apple seeds? And he would say, because I want to hold on to the fact that in this one little apple seed, I can grow a tree that can grow another tree and grow an entire orchard. And the concept was that we don't know what the smallest action that we do can accomplish. I like just to end with mentioning there's a very interesting book that I read recently by Carl Dweck. Carl Dweck wrote a book called Mindset. And the idea of this book, in short, I highly recommend reading the book, is that you can look at the world in two ways. You can look at the world as with a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. And what she mentioned in the book, through many different examples, is that by having a growth mindset, we allow so much to happen, so much ability to change in education, in so many different areas that the book refers to. And some of the poorest districts in different cities where education, where the majority of the students were failing in education, when they came to the school system with a growth-oriented mindset, the educational level jumped up dramatically. And I think that the message really is a message to all of us as well. I believe that Hashem wants us to have a growth mindset. Hashem wants us to realize I am not a billiard ball that gets pushed, and depending on the exact angle it gets pushed, it goes this way or that way, and it's all fixed. The essence of what we are, we know how much the Rambam and others tell us, free will, our ability to change, our ability to create, is the essence of what we are as a human being. And if we will incorporate this idea into our lives, I believe we can live even more meaningful and purposeful lives. Because we won't get stuck with what we did yesterday, the mistakes that we made, focusing on the past, but rather focusing on our tremendous ability to create, to change, and be the best person that we can be. May Hashem bless us all with health, happiness, and the courage to be the best person that you can be. Shabbat Shalom.